Is the United States government sponsoring a genocide in Gaza? They've been accused of this by several government leaders. A few weeks ago, we saw an interview with the Foreign Minister of Russia, Sergei Lavrov. He mentioned that the situation between Israel and Gaza is mainly caused by the United States' foreign policies and their finances. And in a recent interview with Tucker Carlson, he gave a very interesting analogy. He said if you walked into your house and your kids were fighting, do you feel the fight or do you separate the fight? Different people have different things to say about this. In this video, we're going to be checking out one of the executives from Russia blasting the United States for being a part of this. Let's get to it.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, China expresses its strong disappointment by and dissatisfaction with the outcome of the vote just taken. We have voted in favor of the draft resolution. Algeria, on behalf of the Arab states, put forward the draft resolution demanding a immediate ceasefire in Gaza, immediate release of all hostages, guaranteed access for humanitarian supplies, and opposition to forced transfers. This is both urgently required by the situation on the ground, and it is also based on the minimum requirements of humanity, and it should deserve the support by all Council members. Algeria, by displaying reason, sincerity, and open attitude, held lengthy and extensive consultations with all parties on the draft resolution and took on board many constructive ideas, making the draft resolution more balanced. The outcome of today's vote clearly shows that on the issue of a ceasefire to halt the fighting in Gaza, it is not that the Security Council does not have an overwhelming consensus, but rather it is the exercise of the veto by the United States that has stifled the Council consensus.
Pay attention to that. Listen up, take it back. This is vital.
It is the exercise of the veto by the United States that has stifled the Council consensus. The U.S. veto sent a wrong message, pushing the situation in Gaza into a more dangerous one. While the Security Council ceasefire resolution is being vetoed, innocent civilians in Gaza are dying in the fighting, and they are struggling on the brink of death. The U.S. claimed that the Council resolution would interfere with the ongoing diplomatic efforts. Such a claim is totally untenable. Given the situation on the ground, the continued passive avoidance on an immediate ceasefire is nothing different from giving a green light to the continued slaughter. While the Security Council ceasefire resolution is being vetoed, the spillover of the conflict is destabilizing the entire Middle East region, leading to a rising risk of a wider war. Only by extinguishing the flames of war in Gaza can we prevent the fires of hell from engulfing the entire region. The Council must act quickly to stop this carnage in the Middle East.
I said this in my previous video. There are a lot of countries in the same territory just watching what is going on, and they are just waiting to get involved. If the ceasefire does not happen immediately, these countries are going to be forced to react. And when a lot more countries are involved, you know there's going to be escalation. We saw in an interview, I think the President of America, Joe Biden, had a press holding and he was asked about this. He said he had an extensive interview or an extensive conversation with the Prime Minister of Israel and that they're looking for a resolution, which is going to be happening soon. I thought by now the ceasefire should have been in place, but people are still talking and holding conversations about this while other people are dying and suffering in this situation. This is very heartbreaking that we have to converse about this. I mean, it doesn't matter which side you stand on, whether you think this one is wrong or you think this one is right. How about a ceasefire so we can at least discuss and figure out what to do from here? I literally took out my phone, deleted, after unfollowing a bunch of channels I used to follow on Instagram, I deleted Instagram because of the pictures I was seeing. It was terrifying. Kids, destruction, a lot's going on in the area. Again, I'm not trying to pick a side here, but I'm just saying people should stop dying.
While the Council ceasefire resolution is being vetoed, the basics of international law are being trampled upon, and the bedrock of the multilateral system is being eroded. The Secretary General of the United Nations has already written to the Council invoking Article 99 of the Charter, and the International Court of Justice has issued provisional measures. The Council must respond forcefully to the serious violations of the international law and international humanitarian law in the Gaza conflict and uphold the authority of international rule of order. Madam President, the Security Council must take actions to push for a ceasefire. This should not be a matter of debate, but rather this is a moral obligation that the Council cannot shy away. It is a legal responsibility that the Council must assume. Even more so, this is a political requirement that the Council must fulfill in accordance with the Charter. The veto cannot muffle the strong call for a ceasefire and an end to the war. The Security Council cannot stop its work to uphold justice and fulfill its responsibilities just because of the veto. China urges Israel to heed the call of the international community, abandon its plan for Rafah offensive, and stop its collective punishment of the people of Palestine. We expect countries having significant influence to do less of their political calculations, to be truly impartial and responsible, and to make the right choice in pushing for a ceasefire in Gaza. We call on the international community to pull all diplomatic efforts to give the people of Gaza a chance to live and give the people of the entire Middle East region a chance to have peace and give it a chance for justice to be upheld. I thank you, Madam President.
Stay with the times of...
That was a very good speech. Very, very good. He said it's a moral obligation. Not in anywhere in his speech did he state that he's picking a side or he's for this or he's against this. Moral obligation. That is the first thing people should be thinking about. I feel like in all these settings and in all these meetings, people just want to talk. Because every time I watch people come on here and speak, not even with regards to the ceasefire, even about Africa or speaking about inclusion in the global south, they just talk every year, nothing gets done. And it's heartbreaking to me that a situation like this is something you have to debate and deliberate about. Like, you should just know that people should stop dying. Like, everybody should know that. Again, it's a moral obligation. It's not rocket science. It's not something we have to study and observe and watch to figure out that people should stop dying. Like, it's heartbreaking to me. Yeah, I had to stop following those videos just so I don't keep seeing that, but it's sad. Anyways, let me know what you think about that. If you have any thoughts that you want to share, anything you want to add, correct or critique. If I'm being ignorant and you want to educate me some more, feel free to do so. But whatever you want to add is an open dialogue. Feel free to talk to us in the comment section. Again, don't just come frying and being mad like some people already do. Come with your facts so we can also learn from you. Here's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.